If you have built your wall bed with the other brand of DIY Murphy bed in the market that has the bed pivot point located at 11 3/4 inches from the floor, you need to install the lower cabinet plate at 7 1/4 inches from the bottom of the cabinet as shown here. Then use a pencil to mark the 2 holes on the plate onto the bed cabinet. For all other brands of DIY Murphy beds that uses the piston mechanism, you need to determine the pivot point of the bed before you can set up the stay level desk. Note that the stay level desk may not work with floor-mounted spring system Murphy beds. The pivot point is where the bed frame rotates inside the bed cabinet. For most brands of DIY Murphy beds, usually the pivot point will be located anywhere from 10 to 12 inches from the bottom of the cabinet sides as shown here. You may need to refer to the instructions that came with your DIY Murphy bed to determine its pivot point. The lower cabinet plate must be mounted at 4 1/2 inches below the center of the pivot point of your DIY Murphy bed. The desk may not stay leveled if you do not mount the balancing arm lower cabinet plate at 4 1/2 inches below the pivot point. Now place the lower cabinet plate on either the left or right side of the cabinet, making sure the top of the plate is aligned with the pencil line at 4 1/2 inches. Also make sure the front of the plate is flush with the front of the cabinet as shown here. Then use a pencil to mark the 2 holes on the plate onto the bed cabinet. For this next step, we recommend that you place a thin piece of hard material less than 1/8 of an inch thick, such as wood paneling or aluminum, and insert it into the gap between the bed cabinet and the bed frame as shown here. This will prevent the drill from accidentally drilling into the bed frame when you are drilling through the bed cabinet. You can also use a drill bit stopper if you have one handy. Grab your cordless drill with a 1/4 inch drill bit and drill through the bed cabinet where you placed the 2 pencil marks. Now ask your helper to hold the bed open at about 45 degrees or approximately halfway. This will allow you to easily get access to inside of the bed cabinet to install a lower cabinet plate. Grab the 2 cap nuts and the 2 machine screws in the white hardware box that came with your desk hardware kit. Insert the cap nuts into the 2 1/4 inch holes. Place the lower cabinet plate on the inside of the bed cabinet as you see here, and then use the 2 machine screws to secure the plate to the bed cabinet. Use the 1/8 Allen key included with your kit to tighten the screws on the cap nuts. Make sure the plate is secured to the bed cabinet and does not move. Use the same procedure to install the right side balancing arm and the lower plate on the right side of the bed cabinet.